I wanted to come have a chat with you today about some cheap options for starting up your tarot and oracle practice, or some ways to expand on your deck collection in a way that doesn't break your bank. So I have once again found some awesome options for Oracle decks at none other than Five Below, probably one of my favorite shops. So let me cover those with you. There is an esoteric section at Five Below where you can get crystal cards, 54 different crystal cards. So if you're a crystal collector like myself, this can give you an easy way to find meanings. So here's my cards. I put them into a little baggie. So they're really small. They're not the best quality, but actually I don't have a problem with that. Because I prefer these really thin, easy to shuffle types of cards. They have a tiny bit of sheen on them, but not much. So here's some example cards. Um, Appetite, midnight. Some of these I don't know quite so much, so you can actually use this as a learning tool as well. It provides the crystal and then gives a color that goes with it, and then provides a brief description. So this is really, really great cards that once again is made from Kalan, the company in China. So um, make your choice if that's something you want to do. I love these cards, though. I've been exploring them and they're fantastic. And in a moment, after I've shown you all the cards you can get, I'm going to do a brief reading with them, show you how that you can use all of these cards to do a reading. And my next one is there's actually a section in Five Below for playing cards. So you're going to get traditional playing cards with the four suits that we're used to, like hearts and spades and diamonds and so on. And then you're going to have constellations attached to each of these. So if you know numerology, you can use that to help you understand. But otherwise, you can just ignore the suites or suits, and you could uh, just go with what you have. So aces are Capricorn. Oh, and the backs are really nice. I like the three different shades. Once again, it's a little bit flimsy. The purple really comes through on the edges. You can edge it if you want to. Um, then we have Aquarius for number 2, Pisces number 3, Aries number 4, Taurus number 5, Gemini number 6, Cancer number 7, Leo number 8, Virgo number 9, Libra number 10. What is that? The Jokers or Jacks? I haven't done playing cards in a while. Jack maybe is Scorpio. And then we have Sagittarius for the Queen. And then we ran out and we're left with the moon, which you could also maybe turn that into the sun card too, if you want to, for the king. And so if you just want to do like something like collecting the energies, seeing what energies might be involved in a reading, or if you want to see who you know, who is that sign that might help you connect to who the reading is about, whether it's yourself or someone else. There's all kinds of different ways. And now the third one is another deck of playing cards with emotions on each of these cards. So now if you want to add what kinds of emotions might be playing into this reading, like fear of something or sadness. You can get that in a traditional card, but you can also supplement that with these emotion cards. And there are other types of oracle cards I've seen that are just simply a card with an emotion on it. And so I think that's valuable additional information that you can throw into a reading. So, for example, ace is joy, and all of these emotions are just replicated again for both the constellation and the emotion. It's the same emotion for every different suit. So, all four aces are joy. Two is silly. Three is smug. I like that. Four is sad. Five is fear. Six is happy. Seven is anger. Eight is awe. Oh, nine is shy. 10 is dazed and confused. Jack is guilty. Joker is guilty. Queen is love. That's sweet. And King is rage. And then we start and see all the suits again as we go through. So, and the backside of the cards are kind of fun too, with just a circle, a basic wheel of emotions. So I also, as part of this reading today, I'm going to be pulling in my other favorite deck from Five Below. There are two tarot decks available from Five Below. And I haven't grabbed the other tarot deck. I just don't feel called to it. I don't know. I don't feel a connection to it. But the moment I saw this tarot deck, I was like, that looks interesting. And I've been using it and actually feel really a good connection. But everybody has their own way of connecting with cards. And the cards are like some decks are easier for you to connect with than others. And you never know. This is why we have these lovely card swaps. So that everybody can get the cards that fits them best. And if you find out you didn't quite connect, it's not a big deal if you only spent $5 on it on Five Below. Okay, so now I have pre-shuffled and put together three piles for you based on these sets of cards. But I did add an additional Oracle card deck that I have just to get us started called Soul Truth, a self-awareness card deck. So this is going to be your significator card. This is by Brianne Hovey. And this is kind of a psychology deck that I use to basically do shadow work and just deep dive into my soul. So we can say this reading is like connecting with your soul, connecting with your higher self to find out what sorts of messages is your higher self trying to tell you. So let me tell you each of the cards so you can pick. So card one, which is group one, asks the question, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? So if you feel like this resonates with you, pick pile one. Pile two is what do I resist feeling right now? It could be feelings in your body, it could be your own emotions. If that resonates with you, pick pile two. Or if both resonate with you, watch all the piles. Or just those two piles. Now, our last pile, pile three. What else could this mean? So if you're kind of grappling with a situation and you're trying to think, how can I explore this from different perspectives? Grab this pile, pile three. All right, we are back to pile one. So here we are. Pile one. I'm just going to hold up your cards to show you because I don't have a camera set up yet. We have again, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? The lovely thing about these cards is that the back of the card, it doesn't need a guidebook because it asks you a bunch of questions on the back of the card. So let me read this off for you. In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Good questions. And then that's the top half. The bottom half is today's soul action. What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. So we're going to look at your crystal cards next. So your crystal card is Topaz. Topaz says, this stone has an incredible amount of energy and can direct it with pinpoint accuracy. It sheds light on your life path and lets you see clearly your mistakes and how to achieve your goals. It brings about trust and an abundance of confidence. Everything in your life looks clearer with this stone. So you might actually be feeling a little cloudy in terms of your life goals. And instead of trying to clarify that and focus on that, you might need to just take a step back and play for a while, but go be creative, have fun, and that itself will clear you up. Maybe if you grab a topaz on the way and put it in your pocket, that might help as well. So now I'm pulling up your card that represents your constellation or your astrology, and we've got Aries. So let me grab my notes. I myself am an Aries rising, so this might be my deck, my pile. And Aries is bold, ambitious, confident leader. There's a lot going on with Aries, in which you, if you are Aries, instead of being bold and confident and going crazy with ambition, go play. And if you are concerned that you can't figure out your life path and you are so ambitious and you want it done, maybe take some time out from those. And then your emotion card is actually fear. So this might say maybe you're afraid of failing in life, that, or maybe you've got a lot of fears in your life, and that you are so driven because you don't want to come in number two or number three or number four. You want to be first in this crazy competition of life that you might have made. And so think about, what are you feeling fearful about? And could you distract yourself with playing and relaxing? Or could you tell yourself that maybe I'm so ambitious because I'm afraid, and maybe if I just took a moment to step out of that fear, out of that feeling, and try to cultivate creativity, relaxation, playfulness, and excitement, my life might be improved. Now, your tarot cards, we've got three cards here. I pulled a three-card spread. You have Temperance, which is a water sign, and Aries is a fire sign, so you might need to splash some water on yourself on your fiery nature. If you also are embodying the Aries energy right now. You have the Four of Swords, and you have the Queen of Cups. So uh, basically, I'm bringing this back to your Aries energy, where Aries is all about ambition and leadership and go-getter and all of that. That Temperance might be saying that you need a little bit of moderation on that. You might need to get some patience, bring in thoughtfulness so that you're not just acting on a whim. Bring in some peacefulness and try to align yourself better with your life purpose by taking a step back for the moment. Here's our Temperance card. And that is essentially what your Four of Swords is telling you here, is that you might have had in your quest for ambitiousness, you might have hurt some other people's feelings. You might have stepped on some other people's toes, and that maybe to keep yourself from doing that in the future, or from not doing that in case you haven't done it yet, is to once again playful. Take that time, take your rest, your recuperation, heal after this battle of whatever may have been stressing you out that you were ambitious about. Um, Try not to overwork yourself so heavily, like your Aries energy is telling you. And then your last card here is this lovely, lovely Queen of Cups, which is all about connecting with your emotions, loving yourself, being tender and gentle towards yourself, nurturing, creative, and supportive. So this card is coming in here to support you in your journey of self-reflection, relaxation, and playfulness. All right, thank you. Let me know if you enjoyed that for group one, and I will see you next time. Hello, group two. So your pile is telling you, what do I resist feeling right now? So could be both body or emotions, one or the other or both. So think about that. In fact, you might have grown up in a family environment where your parents or your siblings made it pretty clear to you that if you expressed your emotions, you're going to be in trouble. That doesn't sound great, and I think that's happened to a lot of us. And now, as an adult, our coping strategy might be to tamp down your emotions and thoughts so heavily that now you can't access them. And so you don't know what's bothering you. You just maybe feel irritated, but you don't know why. And you're not going to let anybody know until maybe you blow up, and you can't take it anymore. And so you don't communicate your emotions to others, let alone your own self. Or maybe you just can't access emotions anymore. Like you've gotten so good at tamping down your emotions to protect yourself growing up that you don't know what you're feeling. You're just kind of going through life, doing one thing after the other, and there's really no emotional experience to help you give you like a satisfaction, to let you know when something's bothering you, to let other people know what your needs are, and so on. So there's a back of the card that tells us a little bit more. So the back says, we have to feel it to heal it. So actually, this might be you're hiding emotions that you need to heal. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. And this could be, again, emotional pain, or you actually might hold your emotions in your body and experience it as pain. Uh, Once again, I told pile one that that might be my pile. Now I'm thinking this is my pile because I've been waking up the last few days with pain in my jaw, and I think I'm clenching my teeth while I sleep. And maybe I don't know what's bothering me. I think it's deadlines. Okay. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, like multiple emotions at once. Some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. So you might actually still have all those emotions from childhood that you were tamping down. They might still be with you, and you might actually need to process those emotional experiences in order to release some of your childhood pain or childhood traumas or just a recent experience that has bothered you that you want to really think through and process. So today's soul action, the second half right here, is to allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you no matter how long it lasts. Like this might be saying, cry. It's okay to cry and cry hysterically and cry as long as you want. Like maybe somebody told you at some point that you're not allowed to express your emotions, especially crying, that crying is hurtful. And that tells us more about that person not being able to handle someone else's pain than it is you experiencing pain. It's okay for you to experience those emotions. It's not okay for someone to tell you you're not allowed to have those emotions. That's really harmful. Then release it back into the ocean, feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul of releasing those past pains and experiences. Wow, this is a um, serious card selection there. If this isn't resonating, you jump somewhere else. Just joking. I'm trying to bring humor so we can lighten the mood. Fluorite is your gem. And this says aligning all your chakras and bringing all that energy into your physical body is what this clear, beautiful stone is known for. So, actually, you might be needing to connect your emotions to your physical body. This might be telling you that you are holding your emotions as pain in your physical body, and you might not even be noticing your pain. So try doing something called a body scan where you just sit and relax and mentally like scan each part of your body and say, does that feel painful right now or not? Am I feeling tension in that area or not? Like I said earlier, I got tension in my jaw to the point where I'm struggling to eat. And then I also have tension in my neck. Maybe because I saw my chiropractor yesterday. And they aligned my neck, but also my neck and my shoulders is where I hold my stress and my pain. Other people actually might hold their pain in their hips, or their lower back is another common one, or maybe you clench your hands or clench your feet. So it could be different for everybody. Let's see what else we have here. It is also known to stimulate the crown chakra and enhance the effects of other crystals and stones. This is a must-have for any true crystal lover. So I think that you could also do maybe some chakra healing and aligning practices. You could maybe just look up a video online to walk you through an alignment, or pick up your practice if you have dropped off on your practice, just basically to help your body do a little bit of yoga or whatnot. Next, we have Cancer. And wow, this is kind of connected a little bit to what we've been talking about, which is that Cancer exists in both emotional and material realms. So this is a confirmation of what your other cards have been saying, which is that if you're feeling disconnected from your body, or you're feeling disconnected from your emotions, or both, you need to experience both and let both of those talk to each other and help suss out what you need to work on, in terms of your own practice or your own healing. And then, whew, we got the guilt card. So, what you might be suppressing could be guilt. You might be thinking of a past situation and feeling bad about your part in that situation and what you did. Um, or you might have lived through a childhood where others always blamed you, and you felt guilt and shame for everything. And so you started to take on the as yourself, thinking that you are causing other people's emotions. You are not the person causing those emotions. Those people are causing their own emotions. They're by reacting to you, and they are responsible for their emotions. So you are not responsible for how somebody feels, and you don't have to walk on eggshells to make sure that you don't impact somebody. But this could also be you really did say something and you're feeling guilty about it, and you're actually trying to suppress that guilt about your relationship with somebody. And maybe you actually need to work through that, and maybe you actually need to contact that person, or instead write a letter, and then burn it if you have gone no contact with that person, or they don't want to contact you either. So you can process and you can heal without needing anything from another person. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. You've got the Star, you have the Three of Swords, and you have the Knight of Cups. So let's start first with the Star. That's why I just want to say it. That's why I really love this deck so much, is for some reason it feels supportive. It feels like it's here to be gentle and supportive to you, and to kind of peer into your human nature and tell you what you need to work on, or just like tell you a happy message. So, right now, this is saying hope, faith, healing, regeneration, inspiration, and guidance. That all those things that are bothering you in your body and your mind and your guilt and all of that, you can heal those. Those can be healed. Your higher self wants to work with you to heal those, and that's in the cards for you, is to have healing. Next, I'm sorry you had heartbreak. That's the whole thing about the Three of Swords, is a heartbreak that might have happened, where with another person in particular. That's usually where we experience heartbreak, is through relationships. It could be a separation, sorrow, suffering, or grief because of a breakup in a relationship, or a death in a relationship. And so, Sorry about that. My headphones just randomly turn off. So I don't know. Let's bring that in. Let's say, are you trying to turn off this feeling about suffering and sadness and heartbreak? Is your guilt associated with those feelings? Did maybe somebody pass away before you had a chance to talk to them and you feel guilty about that? Or you feel like you could have done something more? My maybe this is my pile. My guilt over passing was actually related to a dog. I felt like I could have done more in trying to keep her alive longer, but that she might have experienced suffering. So I needed to work on that and process my guilt over that. And if that's you too, maybe speak to an animal communicator and connect up with your animal. And when I did that, my sister-in-law is kind of a bit of a medium. She just said that she saw my dog, and my dog was so happy and saying how loved she felt in her life. And so I hope that can also bring you some comfort too, that story. And then finally, we have the Knight of Cups. I'm curious, is this you? Is this the role you played? Were you the suave person who kind of seduced somebody and then dropped them? Or are you the charmer who's idealistic, poetic, romantic, and you're feeling guilt over maybe how you helped hurt somebody in a relationship? Or was that somebody else? And the way they treated you made you feel bad and actually made you accept the guilt that they gave to you that you didn't need to. Or let's do another interpretation of this card that might make all of us feel better, and that is that maybe you had a breakup and someone is coming in who's going to be lovely and charming and sweep you off your feet, and you have a new love who's going to come heal that. But don't forget that you can heal yourself and you don't need someone else to heal you for you. And you should probably heal yourself before you accept another relationship. So that's all we have for that reading there. I hope that helped you out. Subscribe and like and drop a comment to tell me how you interpreted this reading. What was the your situation? You don't have to tell everything. You don't have to blabber it all, but let me know if that helps. Okay. Hello, pile three. Your pile is, and your significator in question is, what else could this mean? So I want you to think about whatever situation might be bothering you, and you need to apply a different perspective. You need to think through different ways that you should interpret the situation. So on the back of this card here, we have there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. I tell you, this is another one that's my card. This is my pile. I definitely can jump to conclusions that are not always the best about other people. So look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Like my trigger is a projection of my own tendency to not respond to emails, and that I'm trying to heal that by responding to emails faster. So now when other people don't respond to my emails in a reasonable time frame, I get mad at them, and I need to work on that and maybe think what other reason could be hindering them from responding to that email. So today's soul action is, there's something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk into the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. Oh, I am getting some other things going on. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. And I'm sitting waiting in a queue for a presentation and they just started. So that might cause me to move faster through your group. I'm sorry. But let's ask again. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Oh my gosh, this is also my pile. I think that I'm doing these readings for you guys when actually they're my readings. I'm hoping they help you too. Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? So call in that situation. What situation do you want to apply to this? Or we might find out what the situation is based on the other cards in your reading. We have heliotrope, and the other name for that is bloodstone. If you've got one, grab it, bring it into this reading. Like its namesake, it can cleanse negative energy in the blood. So maybe there's a situation that's making you feel negative, and you want to think of a way that might help you reinterpret that. By doing this, it grounds any anger or resentment in your heart and blood. Whew, we're dealing with some heavy thoughts and feelings here. It throws a calming effect on your heart when you're feeling irritated and impatient. Yes. Grab yourself some bloodstone and do some meditation to work out those emotions. But let's next call in your energy from astrology, and you have Virgo. Okay, so think about, are you a Virgo? Is someone you're worried about a Virgo? Virgo, or are we just calling in Virgo energy to the situation here? So Virgo is logical, practical, and perfectionistic. So this might suggest that if you're feeling angry and resentful, you might need to apply a more logical approach to help you think of other ways to interpret that would cause you to not feel so much anger and resentment regarding the situation. Your emotion card is silly. So I'm thinking what this means here is that try to apply a lens of humor to your situation. Wow, this happened to me a couple weeks ago where I had to just laugh at somebody who wasn't replying to my emails. And they weren't noticing, they were responding without noticing what I had written. And I finally got an email from them where I just had to laugh about it instead of being angry. I was like, oh, I think this person has memory issues. Maybe they're getting old and have a little dementia, and it doesn't have to do with like, I don't need to take it personally that they're just leaving me hanging because they don't like me. So apply a lens of humor. Think with laughter about the situation. And now we're going to maybe bring in some more understanding here with your tarot cards. We have here the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. Oh, in the same suit, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So let's explore those. So The Ace of Swords is here to confirm your significator card, which is saying apply. How else could you think about this? Um, this card is all about ideas. So thinking of ideas, breakthrough, efficiency, discovery, clarity, and new perspective. So this is saying, yes, you do need to look at something from a different perspective, and maybe a perspective that that helps you deal with the situation a little bit better. And the fact that your other two cards are pentacles makes me wonder if the situation that you're calling into your mind has to do with your material well-being, your career or finances. That, in fact, maybe you're upset about a financial situation and you need to kind of laugh about it. Maybe you're like me and you just spend, 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 and you're spending more money than you have. And instead of beating yourself up about it, you could say, "Ooh, this is a pattern." Maybe I should laugh about my pattern, tell myself, let's break this pattern. Let's try saving. Let's try not overspending. Let's get that budget in line. Oh my goodness. And let's plan for the future. The Two of Pentacles is like the beginning of your journey. And then for your material world and your finances, your career, the Ten of Pentacles is towards the culmination of your journey. So you might be thinking, what perspectives can I explore? What new perspectives can I explore in order to improve my current financial situation, to get myself into a lovely situation where I've got my retirement figured out. I can pay for my child's college. I can live in a house or apartment that is within my means, and I don't have to worry so much. That this, I want to get from the 2 to the 10, and I need to stop spending money and start saving money instead, and maybe just plan out some ideas, make a budget, and so on. This is hilarious. I did another session on this in last week, and this was the exact same message for pile 3. I think this is my message again. I'm like, yeah, this is me. I'm in pile 3. I'm in pile 1, 2, and 3 as well. Basically reading for myself and letting you know what I'm finding out about myself. But I'm hoping that this might help you too, that you also might be in a situation like this, where your finances are not the best, and instead of kind of wallowing in it and feeling negative about it, how can you become more logical and more practical, and become a pattern breaker with your own material needs, and make a future that your family and you can enjoy and feel abundance. So I'm sending you happy abundance energies. Maybe you also need to try calling in abundance through love towards yourself and positive thinking. I'm actually calling back into memory my past reading on this one, which was basically suggesting that you need to work on your negative thoughts around money, and talk more positively about the money that you're bringing in as well. So if this is you again, you're back for pile 3, and you're here with me again. How'd it go last week? How'd it go this week? I I'd have to tell you that I overspent again this week, so I've got lots to work on still. I will accept my cards and do better. Okay, you guys, I've enjoyed the session with you. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.